Animation's just kind of, it really is like a magic art form. I love what animation can do, and I love the color, and I love like the fantasy. What kind of clicked that I wanted to do animation was that I was watching Bambi and I saw the animals. They move like real animals, but they're stylized and they're unique. Somebody drew that and I was like, that's what I want to do. So I'm really in love with animation. My name is Vivian Medrano. I majored in traditional animation at SVA. I grew up in Maryland, so it was a tiny state. I'd always wanted to go to a big city, and the biggest city kind of on the East Coast is New York, and I did the pre-college program, and I fell in love with the school, I fell in love with the city. I, weirdly enough, had not animated a whole lot prior to SVA. I just loved animation so much, and it was just so surreal and like so fun. I definitely felt at home there. I benefited so much from having the teachers that I did. Not only were they supportive, but they weren't afraid to push me and help me reach the potential that I feel like I've only continued to kind of push and grow. I work freelance, so I'm kind of able to work from wherever I am. It is nice because I can kind of control what I'm working on. Some days I can work on an animation, some days I can work on like a job, some days I can work on my original projects. There's a lot of projects actually that are created solely through freelance. Right now I created a show called Has Been Hotel. It's definitely my favorite project that I've come up with so far. It's a very character-driven show. Usually when I'm creating a character, I'm very heavily inspired by music. So I'll listen to a certain genre or a certain artist or even just a certain song or melody and figure out the character kind of based on that. It usually helps me get in the headspace of different kinds of characters or stories or scenes. Creating characters is the most fun thing, so I'm like constantly making new ones. Has Been Hotel is entirely freelancers. It's been a huge joy of mine to like work with so many amazing artists though and like get each of their voices and their styles like kind of part of the project. There were a few people from SVA that helped with the trailer, and current students especially like are really talented right now. Felt really special to have SVA students like helping out with this project. I hit roadblocks a lot, creatively and artistically. Every working professional hits roadblocks with their art or thinks sometimes that their art isn't good enough. Even though those feelings will happen, like they happen to me, you have to remind yourself that you are still improving. Whatever you create ends up as a beautiful like concoction of things that you love. And your style is kind of created from all the influences that you take throughout your life. What keeps me going is that I've dealt with a lot of, rejection. It's just kept pushing me to the point where I want to show the world kind of what I can do. Nobody's gonna really know what you can do until you do it. So make that animation, make that story, make that comic. When you're really passionate or you really love something, like don't shy away from that. SVA that helped me put me in the position that I then, expanded upon and made a living off of.